Hello everyone, so here I will continue to our recording on the statistical terms and definitions. So the first thing is that we have the mean. The mean is just, from the high school, that is the arithmetic mean. So that just you add the numbers and divide by the count of them. So let me just give you one example, then I will put the formula here. So you have the 1, you have 4, you have 5, and you have 6. And you have just add them, 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, and then you divide count of them, which is 4. So it will be that 11, 15, 16 divided by 4 is 4. This is the mean. If you look for the formula is that you have the x1, you have x2, you have x3 up to xn, and then you divide by the n. Or you just put the more compact formula, I is 1 to n, you have xi, and then divide by the n. This is the formula for the mean. And then the book says that the one that we use, if it is a population, so we tell it is mean, and if it is sample, we call it as the average. But the formula is the same, so they have the same formula. Let me just add it here, same formula, but the the terms are different. And also the population mean is shown with letter mu, the sample average is shown with the letter x over bar. So x bar is for the sample and mu is for the population. The next thing is the mode. The mode is the value that appears the most. So let me give you one example. Say that we have 1, we have 2, we have 2, we have 4, and then 2 and 6 and then 5. So the mode here is 2, because 2 has appeared the most, 1, 2, 3 times. Okay. And then it's possible that you have more than one mode. For example, you have 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, you have 6, you have 7, you have 8. And then you have the mode as 1 and the 5. Okay, this one is the mode. So 1 1 1 5 5 5. Similarly here, then we have 2 2 and then 2. Okay, then next is the median. The median is the value in the middle. So in the middle of an ordered set. Ordered data. So ordered here means that it should be either ascending or it should be the descending. Let me give you one example. Here is that, say that I have a date, I have the values of, for example, 1, I have 5, I have 2, I have 3, I have 7, and 9. Okay, so what I will do is that the order. So when you do the orders, you will have 1, you will have 2, you will have 3, you will have 5 and 7 and 9. Okay, the value in the middle is that, so the value in the middle is this one, because you have 3 here and then 3 here. Since we don't have the exact value in the middle, we'll just take the average of it. 3 plus 5 by 2, which means it is 4. This is the median. But it is also possible, let's say that I have the 1, you have 2, 4, 2, and then we have, let me just put it, 3 and then 5, one more. So you just again put it in an ordered way. So you have 1, 2, you have 3, you have 4, and then you have 5. and then it is median becomes this value, and then here this is the median. So the problem was it was even number and this one was odd. Okay, this is the median, and then we have the one final most important one is the variability. So we have, I mean, the question is that is there a variability here in this values? So you have 7, 1, -6, -2, 4, 4, -2, -2. So for the first one, if I add it, so 7 plus 1 plus -6 and plus -2, it is 0, you see. Next here, 4 plus 4 plus -4 plus -4, it is 0. And you can see that the average doesn't give us information. The average, or you can say the mean, doesn't give us info. It's not often, but it is sometimes. But we see that there is a variability. So you can see it goes up and down and up and down. So the question is that how do we see the variability? Which one is more than the other in terms of variability? That's the we come for the variance. Okay. The variance, it compares with the mean. With the mean. So I told you it may be the mu or x bar. How it compares? So I will just firstly put the formula here and then do the example. The formula of the variance is that variance, so we have the x1, we have x1 minus the mean, we can be mu or x bar. I'll just go with x bar and then squared plus x2 minus x bar squared plus up to x n minus x bar squared, and that one divided by the n minus 1. This is for a sample. So if you look for the variance for population, so it will be that x1 minus the mu squared plus x2 minus the mu squared plus xn minus mu squared divided by the n. So this one is for the population. That's for the population. So if we come back to our examples that compare the 7, 1, -6, -2, so let's just check it. I will just have variance 1, it will be that 7 minus the average, which is 0 squared, plus 1 minus average squared, plus -6 minus the average squared, plus -2 minus the average squared. Okay, and then divided by count 4. So 49, 150, 36, 86, and 490. It will be that 90 by 4. And for the second one, you will just do the same stuff. Sorry, it says sample. I'll just use 4 minus 1. So it will be 3. The second one, we'll do the same stuff, and then it will be that 4 minus 0 squared plus 4 minus 0 squared plus -4 minus 0 squared plus -4 minus 0 squared. Again, it will be 4 minus 1. So it will be that 16 times 4, 64 by 3. And as you can notice, the variance in 1 is greater than variance in 2. So what we can say is that variance in 1 is greater than variance in 2. So it means that the first one, variation is more. As the name says, variation is more. Okay. So we have the standard deviation, which is very exactly the almost same as the variance, but this one is the square root of variance. Okay. So we have also two types. If it is population, then we show it as the letter sigma, and then it will be that square root of variance but this one is again for population. And then if it is the sample, and then we show it as the letter S, let me just put this, and then this one will be the variance of this sample. So the last thing is that we have the range. The range is that you have the maximum of values, or you can say that the maximum of your data minus the minimum of values. So simply it is just the max minus the minimum. That is the range. It shows the range of your values. So we have Excel descriptive statistics that it calculates all of it. Let me just move to Excel and then show how it works. Say that I have a data in Excel. So this is my data 1 1 1 2 2 2 3 5 8. So just move with, I will start with the mean, sorry, the average. So the average for the sample or the population doesn't matter, it's just the same formula. It is 8.93. Okay, so let's continue with the Excel analysis for the statistical terms. So next one is that the median. You can check the median of your data here. No need to order it, so just bring the value of 3 here. So but the thing here is that we have the 8 here, you can check, and then we have the 6 here, so no need to order it, so it will just give you the, but if you try to order it, let's order it and then see that it's correct or not. So we'll order from smallest to largest. Now you can check, it says it's 3, yes, so we have the 7 here. If you count, we have the 7 here. Okay. This is how the median works in Excel. And so we have also the mode. So you can just, you have two options for the mode. You can bring up the multiple modes if you have, or you can just go with the singular mode. So this one is the singular mode. So we have one, you can see the most appearing one is the one. But if you have multiple modes, then let me just add 2 here. Okay, so there is one, I know that 4 times is 2 and 1 is also 4 times. So in this case I have 2 modes. Yes, you can just select 2 of them and just go mode and the multiple mode and select your data, and then now you just need to press the Control and then Shift and then Enter. So it gives you the 2 modes. What if you select multiple cells, and since you don't know the number of modes, again let's go to multiple mode and then select all of your data and then Control button and then Shift button, the Shift button, and then Enter. You see, so we have on the 2 modes, it brings up the 2 values here. This is how mode works. And then we have the variance. So for the variance you have 2 options. One is for population and one's for the sample. Okay, the only difference, as I showed you, is the formula. One uses n, one uses n minus 1. So since our case it is sample, you can just select it, all of your data, and then so it will give you the variance. And then also you can go for the standard deviation. Standard deviation is also have population case and the sample case. I'll just use the sample, and then okay, this one's, if you just check it, this is the square root of this number. So let me just go for it, the square root of this number. As you can see, this is the standard deviation. And then for range, we don't have any formula for range. What you will do is that you will just find the max of your data set and then minus the minimum of your data set. And this will be the range. Range shows 33. And there is also the, if you go to data tab and we have data analysis, and here we have the descriptive statistics. You just click OK, and then let's select our data. Okay, and then says that it is grouped by columns or rows. In our case, it is grouped by the columns, and we don't have any label. And it asks for the output range. Output range, I will just select it here. Okay, and then I will want is summary statistics, and then that's all. So as you can see, it brings the mean for me, the standard error, I will talk about this one, the median, the mode. Median is 2.5 here because I added one more number. So in the previous case we didn't have 2 here, so since I have one more number, the median changed. The mode is 1, brings up the one mode value, but here we have 2 modes. So standard deviation, the sample variance, but this is sample it shows, which is good. The kurtosis and skewness, the positive, you can check if it is positive what is mean, the left or right. The minimum and the maximum, the range, and the sum of the values, and the count of it, we have 16. This is the descriptive statistics, which is very good. It shows the values, all of them together, instead of checking one by one. Okay. And then let me just put the summaries and then finish. The summary of the notation is that we have mu and then we have x bar. So this one means that the population mean, and then this one means that we have the sample mean. So we have the sigma and then we have the s. The sigma means that this is population standard deviation, and then s means that we have the sample standard deviation. And also the book says that the sample mean, we call it as average. Okay. Then comes the summary of the Excel worksheet. So we have to go with the data analysis. This is very important for our case. We just checked here the histogram, and then we check the count if function for our analysis, and we have the descriptive statistics, and then for descriptive statistics we checked the mode. Mode had 2 options, that it brings up the multiple mode options and it brings the singular one. If you are checking with the multiple one, so you have to press the control and you have to press the shift and then you have to press the enter, these 3 together. And then descriptive, we had the median in Excel. So in Excel we had the STT, and this one is for the sample. It had the test for the population. Similarly, we had the variance, and it has for the sample, and it was for the population. And then we had the average. So these are the descriptive statistics, and also it is using the screens. We can go one by one, or you can just go overall data and then descriptive statistics will give you the summary. Okay, we did this example, and then next we will continue, and then we will talk about more about the sampling methods. See you in the next videos.